guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this offset shell shawl. So for this tutorial, you're going to need at least, depending on how wide you want to make it and how long you want to make it, I would say get no less than 3 or 4 of this kind of yarn. It is kind of lacy, so you can get a lot with one skein, but just this kind of small one that I made, I used almost 3 skeins. This is my 3rd. So I would say get, like, if you want to make a decent sized one, get at least 4. And this is Teddy's wool that we get out here in Israel. They do have a site, teddywool.com, but I think it's in Hebrew. And if you're interested in the shade, it's 285. Dye is 2670. And the yarn is wash weight yarn, acrylic. Each skein of these is 250 meters. And it's 4 ply for the US, 10 ply for Australia. You're also going to need, just to make the beginning chain, I like to use a bigger hook. You don't have to, it's not essential, but I recommend you get one size higher than the one you're going to use to make the shawl, which I plan on using a 5mm hook, so I'm going to use a 6mm hook, size J hook, in order to make my beginning chain. And then I'm going to switch over to my 5mm hook, size H hook, to make the remainder of the shawl. So I'm going to be using this thicker yarn because it's easier for you to see the stitches. And you want to do multiples of 6. So the stitch takes multiples of 6. So I chained, because I'm not going to be making the full shawl on camera here, I chained in multiples of 6. And when you're ready, then you just chain 5 more stitches. So the multiples of this stitch is 6 plus 5. And once you get those extra 5 stitches, you're ready to go. If you want to make the size that I made, which is pretty good, it wraps around me pretty good. I did a chain of 192, and then I added my plus 5, so I did a total of a chain of 197 for the chain that, I mean, for the shawl that I made. So 197 chains that I made. The length of the whole thing was 131 centimeters or 51.5 inches. Okay, so I did my multiples of 6, and now I'm ready to get started, just pretending I have my size shawl that I want. So after I got my multiples of 6, I'm going to do 5 additional chains for my plus 5. Then it's time to change your hook size to the 5mm hook. And now for row 1, you want to double crochet in the 8th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then yarn over, go into that 8th. I'm only going through the top of the stitch, and I'm doing my double crochet. Then chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you want to double crochet 5 onto this double crochet that we just did. So this is our double crochet we just did in the 8th chain. Now working on the post of this double crochet, you want to work 5 double crochets on it. So it helps, kind of like the crocodile stitch, if you want to turn it like this to make it easier to work on the post of the double crochet. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then you want to count over 2 stitches. Sometimes it helps to lay flat if you need to see exactly where you did your double crochet, which is here. Then you want to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then this stitch right here, the 3rd stitch, you want to put a single crochet in it. And then you want to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then again skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then this third stitch you want to put a double crochet. Then you want to repeat what you just did here and work 5 double crochets onto your post. But first we have to chain 3 because that's going to give us the leverage that we need to be able to turn and do that. So first chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, then work on the post of the double crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, and if you need to, you can always grab these and slide them down if you need a little bit more room. So once you've got your 5 double crochets, you'll repeat what you just did here. You will skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in the third. Chain 3 again, 1, 2, and 3. You'll skip 2 stitches and double crochet in the third. And then before you start working your 5 on here again, you'll chain 3 and then start working your 5 double crochets on the post of this double crochet that you just made. 3, 4, and 5. So that again, we'll lay it out flat like this. So far we started our double crochet, worked in the 8th chain from our hook, did our double crochet, chain 3, then worked on that post of the double crochet that we had made, put 5 double crochets, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, then skip 2, double crochet, chain 3, then work your 5 double crochets again. And then again skip 2, single crochet. It's the same thing. Since we just did our 5 double crochets here, you'll skip 2 and single crochet, then chain 3, and then now again skip 2 and double crochet in that third stitch, then chain 3, and again you will work your 5 double crochets on this post here, and 5. Now I have 3 chains left, so you will do what you did before. You will skip 2 stitches, in the very last stitch you will single crochet. So it's the same pattern throughout the whole thing, and that's what it looks like through that row. And that's row 1. Now to begin row 2, you want to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then you'll turn and now you want to do a single crochet in the top of the chain 3 that you have here. You know how you always do a chain 3 and then you work the 5 double crochets onto the post? So that top of that chain 3, I'm going to be working a single crochet. And if you need to turn it this way so that you can better see the chain, go right ahead. Once you get your single crochet in there, then you want to do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to be working our double crochet. There's the chain of 3 right here. And this first chain, the one nearest our shell here, this chain right here, I'm going to be putting a double crochet. So it'll be the same for them all. It may be easier for you to see the stitch if I lay it like this. See, this is the double crochet here. This is my chain 3. I'm going to be putting it in this double crochet here, the very first chain that's the closest to the shell. So put your double crochet in this chain and chain 3 after that. 1, 2, 3. We're chaining 3 after that because again, that's going to give our step up to be able to work our shell on this double crochet we just did. The one that we worked into this first of the chain 3 here next to the shell. So if it helps, again, you can turn it like this and work your 5 double crochets onto that post of the double crochet. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you have your 5th one done, you'll do your repeat, which is the top of the chain 3 on this one, on this tip here, top of the chain 3 that you have on the top is where you're going to be working your single crochet. So we're going to find it, because here, after you did a shell, how you skip 2 and then you would do a single crochet and then chain 3 and you would then find the next double crochet and on and so forth. So you'll be doing the same similar thing to here. After you've done your 5 double crochets, you won't be skipping 2 obviously, but you'll be single crocheting in the tip of the next one. So I'll find the top of my chain 3 and single crochet, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Find that next chain 3 here in front of this shell, this one here, and that's where you'll be putting your, see, this is where you'll be putting your double crochet. Next time you'll be putting your double crochet in front of here, this chain, and you'll always be single crocheting in the tips. So I did my single crochet chain 3, then you'll double crochet into that chain nearest the shell. Then you will chain 3, and then now you'll work your next shell on this. So I'm going to turn to make it a little easier for myself. Do my 5 double crochets worked on the post. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then again, you will single crochet in the tip of this next one, the top of the chain 3 over here, single crochet, then you'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and again, this chain before the closest to the shell, you will work a double crochet. Then chain 3 and start working your shell onto this next one. And this will be the repeat for the whole row. 3, 4, did I do 5? 4. And 5. Single crochet again onto the top of the chain of the next one. Okay, at the end of row 2, how you end it, after you've done your last shell and you single crocheted in the top of the shell, you'll want to do a chain of 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then triple crochet in the first or second, actually it doesn't really matter so much right here, first or second chain, you'll do a triple crochet. Then you will chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's what it looks like at the end of row 2. And then at the beginning of row 3, you will chain 4. And then you will do what you were doing before. You will go in and double crochet into the first, or we were going in the first, but I think for this first one, it's easier just to go in the second chain. Do it in the middle chain to put the double crochet there. in the middle of the chain 3, then chain 3, and then now you'll work on this post. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you will single crochet in the top, the chain 3, which is the tip of the shell, and then of course you'll chain 3 again, and then you'll be working again in the first chain in front of the shells to do your double crochet, chain 3, then working on the post of that one as well. 1 and 5. So just to remind you what we did here, for row 3 you'll start off by chaining 4, and then you will double crochet in the middle chain of this chain 3 that you ended with in the previous row 2. You'll double crochet in that one, then you'll chain 3, and then on the post of that double crochet you'll do your 5 double crochets. Then you'll single crochet in the tip here of the chain 3, and then you will chain 3, and then you'll start working again your double crochet in the chain right before the shell like we were doing last round. Then you'll chain 3, and then you'll work your shell onto that. Then it'll be doing exactly what you did last row. Again, you'll single crochet in the top of the chain 3, which is the tip of the next shell. Then chain 3, double crochet in the chain before the shell again. Then chain 3 and work your 5 double crochets onto the post. You want to continue to do this for the remainder of the row. Okay, when you get to the end of row 3 and you have a shell facing this way and a shell facing this way, then you want to do a triple crochet worked in the 3rd chain down. See, this is your beginning chain 6 here. You'll count 1, 2, 3 back, or you can even count 1, 2, 3 from the bottom 2, and then go up 1. It's 4th chain from the bottom or 3rd chain back. You'll work a triple crochet. So yarn over twice, go into that stitch, and work your triple crochet, and that will end row 3. And these 2 rows that I just showed you will be the repeating pattern that you'll do every row. So you just keep repeating 2 and 3 until you've gotten the desired size. But I want to go over another row or 2 with you guys so that you can get more of the handle of it. So now you want to do your chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turn, and you will single crochet in the top of the chain 3 here. Chain 3, and then again work your double crochet here in this chain before. I think you got that part by now. It's the chain before the shell. And then you will chain 3, and then again on the post work your 5 double crochets and 5. Then again find the next tip here, chain 3, 2 single crochet, chain 3 again, and then double crochet in that chain before the shell. Then chain 3, and you can start doing your double crochets worked here again. So continue that down your row, and I'll show you how to end your row. Okay, so you continue down your row until you've single crocheted into the top of the last shell, and then you'll want to chain 3, and then do a triple crochet into this top chain here, which is again the chain right before. Actually it's the 2nd chain. I keep forgetting that. So it's not on the very last one, it's not the chain right before, like you've been working in, it's actually the very next one. So it's the second chain, triple crochet. So yarn over twice, 1, 2, and triple crochet in that second chain. And that will end row 4. So for row 5, okay, after you triple crochet in the second chain here, you will want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn. So for row 5 now, again, you'll want to work in the middle chain here, and you will do a double crochet in the middle chain of that chain 3. And then you'll chain 3 and work your 5 double crochets onto this post. So 1 and 5. And you'll find your next tip here, and you will single crochet into that, chain 3, then again double crochet into this chain here before the shell, then chain 3, and you're ready to start working on your double crochet here, your post, putting your 5 double crochets. So then when you get done with your 5 double crochets here, then you'll single crochet here, chain 3, and you'll just repeat it till you get to the end of the row, and I'll show you how to finish. Okay, I got to the end of my row, and after you do your very last shell, let me back up just a bit so you can see the whole thing. After you do your last shell of this row, you should always have like 4, not 4, but 1 more on this row than you do the next, then 4, then 3, then 4, as you can see. So if you're not sure if you've reached into the row, you can count your shells. So anyway, when you get to the end of the row after your last shell, you will want to triple crochet in the second chain, from on your chain 6 here. And then once you've got your triple crochet in your second chain, you're ready to do your chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then turn, and you'll single crochet in the tip here, the top of the chain 3. Then chain 3, and again work your double crochet into the first chain in front of your shell. Then chain 3 and work your double crochets onto your post again. And then when you get done, you'll single crochet onto the tip again, chain 3, then double crochet in the chain before the shell, and you can continue on till you get to the end, and I'll show you how to end your row. Okay, I've reached the end of 6th row, and I just slip stitched in the top of my last shell here after I finished this one, and I got nowhere else to go. So at the end of this row, you need to chain 3, and then you will do a triple crochet on this chain here, the first top of the chain 4. 1, 2, 3. Then chain 3 and turn, and you're ready for row 6. And to begin row 6, again, you're going to want to double crochet in the center of this first chain 3. Row 7, sorry. And then you'll chain 3, and then you'll start working your 5 double crochets here, single crochet in the next tip, chain 3, and then you'll continue it down and repeat the rows. It's going to be the same over and over and over again, and you can do it for as long as you want. So that is it. So after your last row, you may realize that you have it uneven on this side. Well, I had started making it straighter on this side, and I just decided that I really liked the look of that, so I stopped even bothering with it, and just decided, you know, even around the neck, it looked really cool the way it fell down, you know, on the body and around the neck. But if you want it flat, all you gotta do is like look on the other side here and see how it's flat on this side. So if you want it flat around your neck, just wear it with this side flat, and you can even add a row of single crochets if you want there, and then just use this as the bottom of the shawl, and you can add maybe fringe or something on the end of each one of these. Just a suggestion. That is how you do the tutorial for the Offset Shell Shawl pattern. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Offset Shell Shawl pattern. Anyway, if you like this tutorial, please don't forget to click like and share this video. And if you are a first-time watcher or haven't gotten around to subscribing yet, please take a moment and do that. Thank you so much for watching.